birth doulas for surrogacy, surrogate moms, and intended parents. Let's talk about that, Kara.
All right. So Birth Doula is a trained labor coach who is going to help you through the prenatal stuff, just understanding what's going to happen in your labor. They'll help you through the birth, and then they'll be there for you right afterwards to help and guide you kind of getting ready for breastfeeding and in that kind of thing. So they're kind of like an all-encompassing birth support.
So both Kara and I, we're both doulas, and we think it's so important that every surrogate mother is provided a birth doula.
Absolutely.
And so a birth doula is, even if you haven't used a birth doula for your own pregnancy, having a birth doula is going to help support you when you actually give birth, because this is a very different experience. You are now having a baby for someone else, and then there's that huge transition period where you need someone to comfort you. It might not necessarily be your intended parents because he or she or they are somewhere else, and maybe your mom is just kind of like over there, like your husband. So your birth doula is your best friend, your professional best friend there.
And you know what, a birth doula really will help bridge that gap between the surrogate mom and the intended parents. So they're going to be that person who's going to be able to offer advice and kind of go between and help everybody understand what's happening in the situation. And like you said, like the emotional support, like this is going to be such a different experience. For some surrogates, they'll have a spouse or a partner there that is going to be supporting them in the process, but not all surrogates have a spouse. Like
we have single.
We have single moms and stuff. So really having that advocate for you who is going to be there to make sure that your needs are met, that what you want is what you're going to get, and also to help the intended parents be involved and really be there for the process.
And the most important thing is that every birth is different.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have had your kid 9 years ago and you thought, I was so good at being a mom and giving birth, and then 9 years later you're doing a surrogacy birth, or even if you just gave birth last year or 2 years ago, every birth is different.
Absolutely.
And there are potential complications that come up. There are just so many things that can come up, and that your birth doula is there. So every every single surrogate mom at Proud Fertility is guaranteed a birth doula. Isn't that amazing?
I think it's great.
So we have an extended network of Proud Fertility doulas across Canada in every province. And so how do you feel about that?
I think it's fantastic.
Finally, we are definitely going to move doula at the forefront.
Yeah.
It's so important to recognize the contribution and the impact and the effect that birth doulas can make this birth experience, surrogacy birth experience, that much more wonderful.
And meaningful. I really do believe that the birth doula can help shape the way that you birth, that it can be a healing and beautiful experience for the surrogate as well as the intended parent. So it's definitely worth investing in.